What's up, Jared over here, and today we have the 2023 SummerSlam review. Oh my god, that show was insane last night. Way to start it off with Logan Paul and Ricochet with a banger match. There was some really good, high-flying, crazy stuff in it, going back and forth. They really started off hot in the match, going back and forth. It was crazy. They kept on like flying off each other and stuff. I'm like, my god, it's like hard to keep up. They did some crazy moves outside of the ring, like Logan Paul did a Spanish fly with Ricochet. They like almost like a backflip Spanish fly outside, and then also Logan Paul did a buckshot lariat from the top rope outside of the ring, taking out Ricochet. Ricochet was about to win, and then Logan Paul, one of his goons, I didn't even recognize him. I wonder if it's just somebody from WWE that was with them. I did not recognize him. It didn't look like anybody from Logan Paul's crew, but I could be wrong. Handed him brass knuckles, and he hit Ricochet with the brass knuckles. He put it in his pants and then pinned him and beat Ricochet. Logan Paul finally got his first singles win. Of course, he's got to cheat because he's the heel. Makes sense. Pretty good. I thought the match was a pretty good match so good job, Logan Paul. Good job, Ricochet. Next match of the show might have been, I want to say it probably was my most favorite match of the show. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. What a crazy match. They started off, it reminded me so much of that one SummerSlam when it was John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, when Brock Lesnar just literally suplexing John Cena like crazy. That's exactly what he was doing to Cody Rhodes at the beginning. And then he kept on throwing him out of the ring. So he threw him out of the ring. He gets count for like to 5. And Brock's like, save yourself, Cody. Save yourself. He throws him out. They probably went 10 times. The last time, I swear, it was almost 10 when Cody Rhodes got in the ring. It was so close. And then Brock just finally got so mad, brought him outside of the ring, F5'd him through the table and everything. But then Cody came in, the crowd lost him because he started throwing the punches. He pretty much did a Hulk up, like a Hulk it up thing, like almost like kind of like Hulk Hogan and John Cena. The crowd's going wild. They're going back and forth. Cody starts hitting his kicks and everything, but then Brock went for the German suplex. Cody rips the turnbuckle off. I really thought we were gonna get blood again, like the first Backlash match. Oh my gosh, I wanted the blood, man, but it's not the end of the world because I was really happy with what they ended up doing. Cody ended up kicking Brock into the turnbuckle with Brock hitting his chest in it. Then he hit another disaster kick, then a Cody cutter, and then he did 3 crossroads, and he beat Brock Lesnar fair and square. And then after this, I might be the only person that took it this way, but I know Brock Lesnar has taken his gloves off before in the ring, but he left him right, and he took them off, left him right like in the middle of the ring, and he usually takes them back, or he usually picks them up before he leaves. He didn't do that. Takes his gloves off and shook Cody's hand out of respect, and then raised his arm and showed the crowd all over the place, all angles of the crowd. Cody Rhodes raising the winner's arm, and this was totally a passing of the torch, in my opinion, from Brock Lesnar, passing the torch to Cody Rhodes. Brock Lesnar's been in the business for 22 years or so, passing the torch to Cody, just like how like Rock's passed the torch to Cena and all that. Cody's probably going to have another passing the torch because he's just that big, but I thought that was awesome. But I took the gloves being left in the middle of the ring because Brock's been, he did like Olympic kind of wrestling. He's done professional wrestling. He's did UFC, so he wears the gloves of UFC. I was thinking maybe he left the gloves in the ring because he's retiring, but I feel like I'm the only person that took it that way. But how he left him in the middle of the ring and he didn't touch him afterwards. I don't know if you people didn't notice or what, but that's how I took it. Also, Brock Lesnar, whole front of his shorts like were ripped open in that match. Like you could see his under and everything. I was like, oh, that's a little disturbing, Brock. The next match was also insane. It was the Slim Jim Battle Royal. I was hyped for this match because of the one and only L.A. Knight. Yeah. So there were so many people in this match. Austin Theory, United States Champ, Otis, Chad Gable, Sheamus, Rick Boogs, Matt Riddle, Karrion Kross, Omos returned. It was like a big return. No, it wasn't. He was just gone for a little bit. Apollo Crews, Miz. There's so many people in this match. And L.A. Knight. They went all back and forth and everything. really good. A lot of people getting eliminated. It took like almost everybody in the ring to eliminate Omos, which I thought was pretty cool. Kind of like how they would always do with Andre the Giant, Big Show, all those big guys. But then the final three was Sheamus, LA Knight, and AJ Styles. Like that's pretty awesome for LA Knight to be in the ring with those two legends of the ring. AJ Styles is about to go for a phenomenal forearm, and Karrion Kross has already eliminated, pulled AJ Styles out of the ring because AJ was over the top rope. So that's how AJ got eliminated, that's just setting up that story, which I could care less about. But then it's down to Sheamus and LA Knight, who just had a match yesterday from the show. It's Friday Night SmackDown, and LA Knight and Sheamus did a crazy suplex in the top rope, and then LA Knight ended up clotheslining Sheamus over the rope and eliminating him, and LA Knight finally got a big win on the pay-per-view, because I do see Battle Royals are a big deal, especially that they have not done a Battle Royal on a pay-per-view in a long time. I feel like they haven't done like the Andre the Giant Battle Royal in like 2 years, so this was big for LA Knight finally getting a pay-per-view win. The crowd went wild for LA Knight, and I was so happy. I was like stressing out because I've been wanting LA Knight to get a big one at the pay-per-view so much. I was stressing out watching this match. I'm like, no, don't eliminate him, please. Then was Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler with MMA rules. I could tell there were some shots that were real. There was like some kicks that were like nasty. There was one knee Ronda Rousey was running, jumped up and just brutally kneed Shayna Baszler in the face. But otherwise, the punches though, you could tell they were really weak. So it wasn't full good. Like the punches were not MMA. I know it was like they already knew who were gonna win, because it's still in the WWE, not in the UFC. But I definitely could tell that some of the kicks and knees were for real, which I did like, but also it was pretty cheesy and everything because their punches were so bad. But whatever. Shayna Baszler ended up winning, making Ronda Rousey pass out, and it sounds like Ronda Rousey is retiring or going away for a long time, which is fine by me. Hopefully Shayna Baszler can get in like the title picture or something, because that'd be cool. After that was the one and only Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion, and Drew McIntyre went in. What an awesome match, going back for crazy chops. Oh my god, both of their chests were nasty looking, especially Gunther's. His had like a whole handprint. It was like turning purple. Oh my god, it was brutal. They put on a really good match. I really thought Drew McIntyre was going to win, but also going into this, I could see also Gunther winning it, but I really wanted Drew McIntyre to win it. He hit the Claymore and everything. He was about to win 1, 2, but freaking Gunther kicked out, man. And then Gunther was able to hit the splash, the power bomb, and he beat Drew McIntyre. I'm still happy with Gunther being champion, because I'm so happy that he's going to pass the Honky Tonk Man's Intercontinental record, because like holding the title for how long, because Honky Tonk Man, he's like, yeah, he's a like kind of like a Hall of Famer, like legend, but he was such a goofy character, and his title reign sucked, especially when he lost the title. He was a squash match against Ultimate Warrior. Not many people know that, but that's how he lost the title. Or not many people now that watch Gunther remember that. But so Gunther, hopefully when he loses it, he's got to pass Honky Tonk Man record, which is in a month, and hopefully when he loses it, it's a big deal, unlike when Honky Tonk Man lost. Overall, this match was awesome. Really good tactical match, and also Gunther won clean, no Imperium or anything, which I really like that part. I hate when freaking people just like have help and everything, and it's just dumb. Next up was an absolutely amazing match, like a very, my opinion, kind of like a nostalgic match, because my first pay-per-view I ever watched as a kid was SummerSlam 2016, when these two fought for the Universal title. I had been watching for like a couple months before, like Monday Night Raws and SmackDowns, and I remember this match so much when they fought for the Universal title. I remember to this day when Finn Balor had to give up the Universal title. So this match was awesome. They had some awesome throwback things. It just hyped me up so much. Rollins came out with his old jacket from that night, the black and like yellowish green architect jacket, and then Finn Balor had did paint around where he tore his shoulder, and it said 7 because for 7 years later. This match had some of the craziest pinfalls ever. There's one that Finn Balor was pinning Seth Rollins. I swear it was 3, but Seth Rollins kicked out. It was crazy. Damian Priest ended up coming out in the middle of the match, distracting Seth Rollins. Finn Balor still couldn't get Rollins to wait until he couldn't get to the 3 count, which was ridiculous. Finally, then Dominic and Rhea Ripley came out, but it was just like that. I honestly, in my opinion, was like, duh. I understand Damian Priest because he's wanting to make, but the Wrestling Judgment Day could have stayed outside. They don't need to come out in the freaking ring. It's just so stupid. Damian Priest, Finn Balor was like trying to get him to slide him the Money in the Bank to cheat. So Damian Priest walks around, throws the Money in the Bank in there, and walks over, starts distracting the ref. And Finn Balor's going over to the Money in the Bank to grab it. Rollins comes running, stomps him on the Money in the Bank, hits him with the pin 1, 2, 3, and Rollins retains the title. I wanted Finn Balor to win so much because he deserves to have a world title ring, and this was like the perfect opportunity for them to give it to have Rollins lose the title because they have the history between these two and everything. And with SummerSlam, yeah, this was their opportunity. But I get it because this is the Finn Balor and Damian Priest thing, like going on there beefing, and it'll be the end of the Judgment Day, which I do like the Judgment Day, but not the end of the world. Rollins is still a good champ. I like it, but man, I wanted Finn Balor to win. After that was a very boring women's match. It was Bianca Belair versus Asuka versus Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair makes every single match trash because she is terrible at doing moves. She always botches at half of her moves. She did a freaking moonsault out of the ring and absolutely missed Asuka and Bianca Belair. How the hell you miss people that are ready to catch you? But whatever. Bianca Belair was able to win because Asuka hit the miss with Charlotte Flair, and then Asuka was like celebrating. Then Bianca Belair rolled her up, 1, 2, 3. Then I completely forgot, but also my prediction was that Io Sky was going to cash in the Money in the Bank and win. Guess what? I was right. Io Sky comes running out of the ring, and with Bayley beats the holy hell out of everybody with the Money in the Bank, takes out freaking not Asuka, Bianca Belair's knee because Bianca hurt her knee, and then Io Sky cashed in the Money in the Bank real fast and pinned her with, she did like some moonsault flip, 1, 2, 3, and we have a new women's champ. I don't understand why everybody's so hyped for Io Sky. She's trash. Like, I don't understand why you like, I don't understand why people like Io Sky. She's not that good. I'd rather see Bayley champ, not freaking Io Sky. Io Sky is trash. Boring. After that was the main event. What a crazy match. Tribal Combat. I was really expecting for like Rikishi, Wild Samoans, or The Rock to come out, like explain some rules or something. Nothing. Jey Uso comes out, and then Roman comes out. They go crazy in this match, having some crazy stunts. There was tables, there was kendo sticks, a million goddamn chairs. They went out in the crowd. My God, there was one point, Jey Uso picked up Roman, Samoan splashed him. Not Samoan splashed, Samoan dropped him through the table outside of the ring. And then also he threw in like 12 freaking chairs in the ring. Roman with the powerbomb Jey Uso. I was terrified for a moment because it looked like Roman was about to slip. Roman almost slipped on the chairs. And I was like, oh my God, that's such an easy way to blow out your knee. That could have been so bad. I mean, like, what a way to freaking end your reign with blowing your knee out from... I'm like, Jey Uso, you threw way too many chairs in there. There was like no space to walk. He went a little crazy on that. But then they ended up heading... there were some kendo stick shots that were wild. But Jey Uso pulled out this huge... he was massive rubber... like, band. Like, it was like a rubber band. It was like a rubber, like... it was like a rubber leather, like, strap. Like, it was huge. And he started whipping Roman Reigns within the first one. He hit him right in the arm, and it cut open Roman Reigns' freaking arm. Like, oh, that hurt so bad. To the point that it freaking cut his arm open. So Roman's arm was, like, covered in blood. They ended up going in the crowd. That's when Solo Sikoa shows up, put Jey Uso through a table, and he carried him on his shoulders out there. And they kept on brawling. Jey Uso ended up putting Solo through the announcer table. got laid out, and then that's when he was about to beat Roman Reigns. He hit him with the spear, then the Samoan splash. 1, 2, Jey Uso gets pulled out of the ring. I'm like, okay, it's Solo Sikoa. Nope, it's somebody dressed up. He takes his freaking hood off, and he's got a bandana on. It's Jimmy Uso, and he super kicks his brother. He turns on his brother. Oh my God, I was not expecting this. Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso have been a tag team since they debuted, since they started their careers. They've been over 10 years now, pretty much. And they finally turned on each other. Oh my God, I was not expecting this. Not one bit. What a way to keep on making this storyline better and better. And everybody's like, oh, Jey Uso should win. No. At the beginning of the show, before the pre-show, Wade Barrett mentioned the thing that Jey Uso has never won a singles title. He's had a couple singles matches, but he's never won a singles title. He's not a singles wrestler. He's a tag team wrestler. That's why he doesn't stand a chance against the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. You were all dreaming who thought Jey Uso was going to win. But this, oh my God, I can't wait for this match. That's going to be a banger match. Oh my God, that was insane. I was like, what just happened? Jimmy is jealous of Jey Uso, I guaranteed. Turns on his brother, and they're going to put down some banger matches. But he super kicks him, ends up pushing him in the ring. Roman hits Jey Uso with a spear, and 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns is still your reigning and defending WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. You might be wondering, well, I hate Roman Reigns. Yeah, I hate Roman Reigns. But I sure don't want no tag team wrestler, my undisputed champion, and dethroning Roman Reigns, who has beaten the legends. John Cena, Edge, Brock Lesnar, Daniel Bryan, Cody Rhodes. No, I don't want Jey Uso taking that spot. They deserve it way more than him. He's a tag team wrestler. Stay in your tag team division. If you want to start doing some single stuff, wins like United States title or Intercontinental title first before you beat the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. I'm telling you, I'm predicting it right now. They got to build it up. Cody's got to have some stuff. Roman's got to have stuff. WrestleMania 40, main event, Cody versus Roman. They're like rematch. Cody's going to win. If you look at the history of wrestling, just hear me out. WrestleMania 10, Bret Hart finally wins the title. He was the underdog. WrestleMania 20, Chris Benoit finally wins the title. He's the underdog. WrestleMania 30, Daniel Bryan finally wins the title. He was the underdog. WrestleMania 40, Cody's the underdog. He finally wins the title. It's just WWE history at WrestleMania. It's just going to happen. That's just how it is. Jey Uso, they put on a banger match, but it's not his time. Maybe one day, since now he's for sure no longer a tag team with Jimmy Uso. He'll start working his way through the singles division, maybe winning the Intercontinental title or United States title. Maybe he dethrones Austin Theory. I'd like to see that. And work his way up and then maybe get a match. Okay, I'd like to see that. But him and Jimmy need to have a feud first. This show was a banger. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. Banger match. Banger matches. Absolute awesome show. The only part that I really was bored with was this match. I actually enjoyed the Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey match way over the title match, which was okay. The Cody Brock's match and the end was just, it was like poetic amazingness. It was just great how they ended it off. Gunther Drew McIntyre match was intense, and LA Knight, yeah, finally won. Thank God. But I'm so happy with this show. 2 years in a row of, well, not 2 years in a row. I guess, yeah. 2 SummerSlams now in a row of Triple H making awesome SummerSlams and so many pay-per-views in between them, because I think SummerSlam last year was the first Triple H like booked show, and here's a year later, and this was awesome again. Triple H is doing a great job. I'm really enjoying WWE right now. I'm so happy. This is JW. Make sure to like, subscribe to stay tuned for more wrestling figure content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Why did you do it, Jimmy?